AEDs, they save lives. I've used them plenty of times. I don't think that they're very complex to use. You know, that thing I learned in EMT school was like, you're clear, I'm clear, and then you take your hand and you say, we're all clear, and then you take one more sweep and then you hit the button. Guys still make fun of me, like, dude, why you do that? I was like, dude, that's the way I was trained in EMT school. If you're helping me out, you're not getting shocked by that. That's just the way I do it.
Salem is a waterfront community full of great food. You have so many parks and playgrounds, and we have all the history. The Salem witch trials and the American Revolution.
We're about 45,000 people. We're a major tourist hub. Every year that population swells.
You're gonna meet all sorts of people. You know, it's cool to talk to them. You know, the big thing, obviously, our patch. People love the patch.
So I grew up in Salem. I've lived here my entire life. It's a great city, it's a vibrant city, and I'm happy to live here.
Once you put that uniform on, there's like a mental prep you gotta do. Like, I don't know what this day's gonna bring, but I'm gonna bring my best.
Honestly, if you ask my wife, she'll say I'm a first responder by nature. It's just in my blood.
This might sound crazy, but I like the unknown. You know, throw something at me. You get sent to something, and you get there, and it's a complete flip of what it actually is.
I've been a police officer for 22 years. You never know what you're gonna get in policing. You could be responding to something like a dog barking in a backyard and come across a medical emergency or a violent act being committed. So you need to be prepared for that. In regards to like medical aids or medical assistance, that has evolved a lot over the years. You know, when I started, we had very little medical gear. You know, maybe a couple sets of rubber gloves and some bandages. Over the years, we stock our cruisers with a full medical bag with Philips AEDs. And we expect our officers to act as first responders, and many times we are the first ones on scene.
I had maybe a year on the job. It was a call for a party down at Home Depot. That just came in as a guy who fell unconscious. That was the call. Little different when I got there, and I'm like, no pulse, not breathing. Very different than someone who just, I thought, fell and went unconscious. Now I'm dealing with someone who's dead, and now I have to bring them back to my best of my ability. The AED said shock advised twice by the time the fire department even got there, and we were able to get his pulse back. The hospital even told me that, like, if there wasn't an AED and it didn't get on him as quick as it did, it would have been a different outcome.
I started as an EMT and paramedic. If I'm available, I'm going to a medical call. I still love that part of the job. So the first thing that we do when we get our AED is we want to power the AED on.
Remove clothes from patient's chest. Attach pads to bare skin exactly as shown.
So since I started here, we've employed the use of the Philips AED. We've made sure that they are in every single frontline and marked police vehicle. They're small. We're able to put them in more of a rugged case. Our officers, as well-trained as they are, it's a stressful situation. Oftentimes there's families, friends that are on scene screaming. It's extremely important for our officers to know what to do and how to do it. And the Philips AED walks our officers right through step by step of how to set it up and how to use it.
With medical calls, I'm at the point where I will always grab my med bag and my AED. You want to be prepared. If you look at my vest, I have probably everything under the sun on here, right? Because I don't want to have to go back to my car. Our dispatchers are great, but if the caller is not giving enough information, then they're only going to relay what they can get. If the situation escalates, I have what I need. So we got the call from dispatch of the party that was down. I believe they said he was unresponsive. Myself and Officer McMenamin got on scene.
I remember in this situation, there was a lot of family in the house, a lot of family. There's people crying, people saying, help him, help him. It's very chaotic.
The male was on the floor next to the bed. Officer McMenamin checked for a pulse. I don't believe there was one.
So I start doing compressions. We got the AED.
Immediately opened the box, turned it on. I'm ripping the clothes. I don't even think I cut. I think I just ripped at that point. And we're putting the pads on.
I'll be honest with you, I've done shocks before. I've never seen a shock advised that quick. Like, it was quick.
We hit him with the first shock, and then we went back to CPR. I think we hit him with 2 total before fire and paramedics came on and continued their life-saving measures and all that, and we ended up with a positive outcome. I don't know if time was on our side, the fact that we moved so quick, but it was reassuring when we found out at the hospital that he survived.
Okay, guys, we get started. Patrick at 5, Dino at 6.
You can't panic. I'm a field training officer as well as Officer LeConte, and I take pride in that. If we hit the panic button, the public's gonna hit the panic button and it's gonna make things worse.
All right, unless anybody has anything, that's it. Have a good shift. Be safe. Call me if you need me.
I think I come to work every day knowing that I can help somebody. The guys I work with are strong, motivated, caring officers. Especially on my shift, we barely have to talk to each other. It's magic.
Yeah, it takes a village. It takes a village to make a difference in the community.
When I was in college, I wasn't initially thinking I was going to become a police officer. You know, that wasn't like the top of my list. I'm rewarded every day from being here, and it's a good career. And you have a chance to do some really awesome things. You're going to save people's lives more than a few times over a 32-year career.
22 to control, 23's in the area.